What's up, everybody watching on their computer, smartphone, tablet, or TV? This is Andy, and welcome to another episode of Andy Plays. So, we're back with Andy Plays, full time. That's how we do it out here. Uncharted next week. So, as we do the first of every month, we do Uncharted. So, we're at Train Simulator World again. Now, why are we playing Train Simulator World again? Well, if you didn't hear, the M3, the 32-year-old electric rail cars in the Long Island Railroad and Metro North, well, on the Long Island Railroad specifically, they are now available to play on Train Simulator World PC, Xbox One, and what I'll be playing on the PS4. Now, I did the training for this, and I noticed there was lagging, so I'm hoping that maybe they fixed the problem. So we're going to be doing a scenario. There's 3 scenarios. Hopefully maybe they'll add more in the future, but we don't know. Alright, so it says the ferry pier at Long Island City is out of action. The Long Island Railroad is operating direct shuttles to Jamaica, allowing passengers to quickly head for Atlantic Terminal and ferries to Manhattan that way. Alright, that's interesting. They also have an East Coast way. Might look into that. This one looks pretty cool. And I know they had more Amtrak simulations, but I'd have to look into that one. So, yeah, I got more trains being added each and every day. If you hear any lawnmowers, I do apologize. My neighbors are doing lawn work today because they just resumed the landscaping in New York over the weekend, and the governor lifted the restrictions here in New York. So my neighbors are finally taking advantage, it seems. But anyhow, as you can see here, that's an M7. So let's see where we're gonna go. So far no lag, which is very good. Yeah, see, that's an M7. Another M7 over there. Alright, there we go. We'll go this way. So we can't really hop the gate. I want to show you what the M3 looks like. We can even get a chance to take a look at it. Yeah, so we'll sit in the engineer's seat in a second, because this is not where the restroom car is. I wonder, did the doors close automatically? Oh, good, they do. Yep, here is a engineer's seat. You don't want to go in there. Yep, that would be a big mistake. Yep, and here's the crappy M3 bathroom. You don't want to go in there. Oh, we have to go in the train. Alright. Well, that sucks for us. I don't know how that's even safe. I close the doors. Looks like I can't. That stinks. Yep, but we're almost there. Closed door. Sit in the engineer's seat. Alright, so this is what we have. So this is our horn button over here. So there you go, that's our horn. You have your other controls here. Doors sewn. Door control on. So, little more simpler tech, I guess. Door override off. You have your radio controls. This is where you charge the brakes. we're going to turn our key on. So this is how it works. You have to put the reverser into neutral. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the this on. Right on. Oops, we don't want to do that. Right. Let the cabin light on. There we go. Lights are on. Yes, okay, marker light is off. So now what we do is we put the train into max brake. Why won't we do that? Charge the brake. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the volver on. And then lock the doors. So what we do is we got to put this in. Let me do it. Has to be on command, otherwise it will not work. Very odd, I cannot lock the doors. Very odd. Very odd. There's another way we can do it. Follow me. I sit in close class. That doesn't help me. You may have to go this way and try it. There we go. This is just a shuttle, so we don't really have to be on time or anything. Alright. Into the power range. So right now we can go the max at 15 miles an hour. We don't really want to go fast. So once again, I want to go into the background of when this train was introduced to the Long Island Railroad fleet. It was introduced back in 1988 for regular service. It was to replace the M1 train on the Long Island Railroad. The M1 goes back to 1968 when the MTA, first created by Nelson Rockefeller, first got the arrival of the M1 in 1968. Once again, oh, my bad. It says the M3 goes back to 1985, but it was true that the, right, here we go. Right. Oh, okay, my bad. So, it says the right, here we go. M1s were around until 2007. Very interesting. And of course, you know the story of the M9 train fleet. Yours truly was able to ride with the 88 task force last year with MTA Prodigy and the head of Passengers United, Charlton D'Souza. We were on the round trip from Jamaica to Long Beach. And they are going to replace those trains sooner rather than later, despite the current world circumstances. But we will see more M9s in the future. As our governor in New York always says, it's not a matter of if, but when. And I hope by the time East Side Access is done, we'll see a lot more M9s by 2022. Ooh boy. Almost missed the stop. That would have been bad. Do we have to continue? Alright, no problem. At least we put the e-brake on. Thankfully I know what to do now. I've done this so many times, so... See? Easter cake. Put it back into forward. It's getting nervous if you're actually going to have to stop here. Oh, good. The power came back. Go to J interlocking. Okay. So, I'm assuming this is part of the railroad that will take us into Brooklyn. Unless I'm wrong. Because I've never seen J interlocking. I've only seen Herald. Unless maybe I haven't noticed it every time I've gone through Atlantic Terminal in the past year, I'd say. I will mention that the M3s were assembled in Pennsylvania from the Bud Company, a company that Pine Power LI actually gives a lot of props to. He always talks about. So M7s, of course, were made in Japan. They were the successor of the M3s. I'll just double check for a second here. M7 once again were from 2002, the earliest. Perfect, we can actually go to maximum speed. Good. This is what's so confusing about this M3, is that the gauges look different. And I noticed one thing with these M7s. According to Wikipedia, Metro North only got 336 cars. The Long Island Railroad got 836 of them. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, and I've had Pine Power LI correct me on this, he has been on more of the M7 fleet since the pandemic was declared in March. So, he's right about that. So the M3s are very hard to find now, because they're running less service, obviously, thanks to what's going on, but I just prefer the M7 because newer equipment, find the outlets, charge your phone, I guess. Much simpler. So this is supposed to take 5 more miles. And I will mention, if you do want to get this DLC, it's $20. Worth the price. Yep, that's Woodside, I can tell. Open up the window. It's definitely Woodside. Oh, good, we can increase speed. Now, I notice how hard it is just to increase the throttle. That's why I prefer to using the M7. And I will mention that these trains actually helped us during a emergency. Of course, the 9/11 attacks. These trains were around 2001. So they helped the essential workers get into Manhattan, of course. And the day after the attacks, these trains were lifesavers. These trains were the heavy load. Just like how, I wish I could simulate this, the old Nova Bus RTS that was always on the Q46. You see those big boys all the time. That's why I wish there could be a bus simulation game, but I guess not. Well, again, these trains have seen a lot over the years. And I hope that they're scrapped for good use. Or they're in a museum somewhere. I hope I am correct about this, that they will take one of these trains out to Scranton. Because they have a museum, Scranton, PA, I've been to. It's pretty interesting. And they could put this train in Scranton. Once again, here's our horn. There's a switch for uncouple. Interesting. I want to increase the power by 1 notch. Let me put it in first gear. This is going to be a very long simulation, I think. But you know, I'm not really going to miss these trains. I'm going to be completely honest. Just because I've had very bad experiences with these trains. These M3s. Everybody knows I've dealt with flashing lights, awful bathroom, and the seats. Perfect! We are approaching Forest Hills. Very good. That's Forest Hills, I can tell. Next up should be Kew Gardens. One thing I've never got to do in the Summit series was Forest Hills, and I hope one of these days I'll get to do it. Excellent. Looks like we are about to approach Kew Gardens shortly. We are. Kew Gardens. Not everything is accurate, but close enough. Look at this. This is a poor, pathetic excuse of a blind. I just wanted to take a look at it. That's why, again, I'm not going to miss these trains. Okay, we're supposed to go to Jamaica. We're running late. Which it happens. I'm gonna put the brakes because we are going way too fast. Uh-oh. That's better. So it looks like we are about to approach Jamaica very shortly. Okay, let's put the brakes on. Okay. We're not 100%. Let's do max brake. Let's see what happens. Put it in coast. Put it in first power. Okay, careful. Put it in coast. I'm noticing we are lagging. Put you in brake. Oops. Pull it up a little bit. A little bit of an issue pulling in. Come on. Move up. Move up. That's it. That's it. That is very odd. I thought we were here, but apparently we're not. Let's move up a little bit more. Three, two, brake. Excellent. Pulled in. Not what I had in mind. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So, one thing to note about the M3s is that you'll hear the old-fashioned ding bell. So, we'll be listening to it in just a second. And this change ends for for Long Island City. Perfect. Lights are on. Just want to charge the brakes for next time, so that way whoever needs to use the train. Very good. All charged up. Ready to go. How do you turn the key off? Ah, here we go. Looks like I can't take this out. That stinks. Hey, there we go. Better than nothing. So I have to change ends. Wonder what this means. Run. Oh. We're not done yet. Look at that. Oh, never mind. We are done. Alright, so that wraps it up for this scenario on the Long Island Railroad. That being all said, thank you all very much for watching. And until the next one, please take care.